Joey, what do you think about how the UFC is doing? Like since they got bought out by WME, and you see that now, like a guy like Yoel Romero, who's ranked number 1, but he's not getting a title shot. You see a guy like Damian Maia at the welterweight division, who they're not these draws. So now that the UFC has this big nut, and they have to kind of, you see fights happening that are kind of out of character. You got GSP, Bisping, you got these random ass fights where you're like, what is this coming from, man? But it's because they have to get sales and put these pay-per-views on. So these guys like a Yoel Romero, Damian Maia, who should probably be fighting for the title, they don't get their shots. And again, we talked about this as a businessman. If I'm Dana, I'm the UFC, I don't know if I do anything different. But as a fan, I'm like, dude, this is fucked up, man.
What is a fighter?
As a fighter, it's fucked up.
Okay. I think
for guys like Yoel Romero, for a guy like Bisping, it's the best case scenario. You're fighting GSP instead of Yoel Romero. So I see it both ways.
I got 2 ways. Again, I take it back to comedy.
Yeah.
You're broke all your life. You know, who gets the title? You know what I'm saying? Who does it? I love Michael Bisping. I mean, he's really worked. I mean, listen, and I don't say this, I knew he was going to knock out Luke Rockhold.
Oh, yeah?
I knew it. I knew it was just too easy. Luke was walking around like Johnny Bananas. I knew it. I had a feeling that kid's got heart. He lost an eye for the UFC. I mean, he's a real Vietnam vet.
Lost an eye.
He's a real Vietnam vet. I mean, this ain't no okey doke motherfucker.
No, his eyes
that
fucked.
went and his knee was bad and they shipped him back.
No,
he got knocked out by Dan Henderson brutally.
Vitor Belfort wheel kicked him.
No, I'm talking about the English kid.
Yeah, Bisping. Yeah, Vitor's the one that fucked his eye up. Spinning heel kick fucked his eye up.
Oh, I thought Vitor hit the other guy too.
He hit Rockhold, both of them.
Fucking both testosterone kicks to the head.
Yeah, you're talking about TRT Vitor. That's a motherfucker.
TRT. So before we get on TRT Vitor, I like Michael Bisping, and he's been a fighter for a long time. He's got 2 kids.
Yeah,
he's a really good dad.
Super dad.
He's a really good guy. Why can't he have a payday?
I agree.
Okay. I love Yoel Romero and what he's done. He's a fellow Cuban. He's a bad motherfucker.
That's right.
Yoel's got 2 choices. Fight somebody. Fight Jacare. Let's make an entertainment fight. Let's make an entertaining. Oh, he already fought Jacare. What am I saying? Or just sit back and wait for the result. Just wait your turn.
Then you don't get a payday, though. You know what I'm saying?
Yoel will get a payday when his time is right. All these fighters will get a payday when the time is right, if they do the right work, and if they talk.
Play it the right way.
You got to talk now.
Yoel's not a talker, though, is he?
You don't understand him. You think he's saying Jesus, and he's saying fucking, gay Jesus. So you can't. People always told me to call Miami and become his translator. Just become, there's a lot of fun. Look at the 155 division. What do you do right now? What do you do in the 155 division? Who's that poor fucking Kukui going to fight? We can't count on Khalabeeb no more. Khabib's got to have to go 185.
170, bro, not 85.
Oh, 170.
Yeah, I was like, God damn.
He has to go 170 now.
Then you. But the thing is, you have to do that fight. Like, we just can't. The public's just not going to forget about that fight.
Well,
like, that's the best.
We should have redone it in Buffalo.
What'd you say?
We should have redone it April 8th in Buffalo.
I don't think Khabib's body was ready for it. I think that, it's probably too late. I was going to say put him on that Dallas card, that super Dallas card already.
Nah, the Dallas card is already super stacked. So why are we got to find that fight?
But you do it at 55 or do it at a catch weight? So Khabib makes weight. Or you just get Khabib a proper fight.
We have rules. There's 155 for a reason. There's no catch weights.
Yeah.
You have to get to 155 or
kick
sit
rocks
and get on the
70.
ball and go to 170.
Yep.
And that's what Khabib's going to have to do. I love El Kukui. I think he's a horrible fight for Conor McGregor. Led Zeppelin, Aerosmith is Aerosmith. What's Guns N' Roses? Aerosmith on steroids. El Kukui is Nate Diaz, just a more refined. Nate's the young one.
Yeah, Nate's
and
the
he's
young
long.
One. Yeah, he's long.
And he's long. And
Phenomenal
I don't think they want that in their world. As a businessman,
it's
they
a
don't
tough
want
fight
that in
for
their
Conor.
world. There's a scene in Rocky where the guy goes, "What about this guy? He's no good for you. He's a southpaw."
Yeah.
And that's why you hire a manager.
Yep.
And even though as a fighter, you're like, I could beat fucking Diaz up any day. You know what, dog? Like I said about Khabib that time at the Rogan podcast with you, does Dana White want him against Khabib? It's a great fight, him and McGregor. And two things could happen. Yeah, McGregor could hit him with 2 lefts and he'll go down. But what if?
What if he just wrestled like a motherfucker?
What if he picks him
rounds?
up?
Yeah.
What if he picks him up
Apologizing.
and thinks of all the suffering the Muslims have done the last 2,000 years and slams this poor Irishman on his
Breaks
head?
his neck.
There's no more. He's just going to squeeze a ball and you know.
But then your cash cow's it's gone.
So that cash cow's got to be protected right now until we figure out another 2 cash cows. And we got cash cows in the pipe.
Like who?
We have a ton of cash cow that's in the pipe.
Like who, brother?
Oh, great. If Stephen Thompson would have beat Tyrone, I know.
And it was a terrible fight.
It was a terrible fight, but if he would have, he had all the makings for a cash cow. Colby Gebhardt has got all the makings for a cash cow.
Cody, yeah.
Mickey Gall. These kids.
Wow, Mickey Gall. That's
He's
a bit
a beautiful
of a stretch,
kid.
brother.
He's a beautiful kid.
I know, but he's not up there with.
I didn't say he was up there. I didn't say that.
You're
I
saying
said
the future.
The making.
He's
a young kid. He's 21,
Looks
22.
good, has the skills.
Looks good, calls people out, giggles.
Yeah.
You know, and he's got the main color to attract the green.
Yep.
Which is right here. That's the color that attracts the green. If you go to a UFC card December 39th, they don't have 2 Brazilians headlining. That'll never happen because it's a different Gentile audience.
Why do you think that is? Like,
Because it's a different Gentile audience. I've sat in the audience on the 29th, and I've sat in the audience July 4th. July 4th is savages like me. Fuck you! Suck my dick! December 29th, it's the 4 people that sit together. They all have designer shirts on. All the wives have fake breasts, and one of them is a blue belt in jiu-jitsu. So he's a badass. So when they're watching the fight, they all look at him, and he's like, that's an underhook. And they're like, wow, you're so knowledgeable. And he just sits there and they drink red wine and they've already made reservations for La Mulalita. You know, these are the motherfuckers that shell out the 800.
So you're not seeing a Woodley John Jones on that?
No, you're not seeing no fucking Soul Train. You got to see fucking. That's the color. Yeah. That's why Captain America against Chuck Liddell. They would do that every year on the 30th if they could. Both of them would come out 90 years old. They would do Captain America against Chuck Liddell every December 30th because it's a different tone of the game. It's a different ticket.
Why do you think Woodley doesn't? Yeah, do you think? And I guess he had some actual evidence. He's saying that the UFC's racist towards him. They don't market the African American fighters because he was like, I don't understand. Like I put on great fights and stuff like that.
Listen, it's
you think that has any weight?
As an American, as an immigrant, you get sick and tired of excuses. I get sick and tired of fucking excuses. But watch when Woodley beats this kid the last fight when they were putting the belt around him.
Oh, when he beat Thompson,
he was walking out of the ring. Didn't even give him the respect. You know, it's like when
Dana talked shit about him in the post-fight conference.
It's when Conor McGregor got beat by Diaz. Look at Dana White's face. Do you remember? Go get all that footage. Do you remember when fucking the Mexican beat the fuck out of Brock Lesnar, and he had to put that belt around that Mexican's waist? He didn't like that.
What about Amanda Nunes when she beat the brakes off Ronda?
Yeah, he didn't like that either. There's things he just don't like because my baffle right now with the UFC is Amanda Nunes is a badass bitch, but she's also a lesbian. And we've never discussed it. We've never sold it to the LGBTQ community. Not one mention. Do you know when
how's she not a face of
Carmouche?
How do you not go down fucking Hollywood right now and you go to the gay district down in Santa Monica? How is she not plastered everywhere?
Wake them up and say, this is what LGBT community is really doing. This is what we're doing. Represent, come to the fight. They might think it's violent, but this is a woman who fucking can't even speak the language. She's happy. She punches like a man.
Came from nothing. Met her partner. They start off as training partners involved in this beautiful fucking love story.
Not one mention. They don't attack the biggest thing we could attack right now.
It's everywhere.
It's marketing. It's pride. That's real gay pride. You jumping down Santa Monica with a dick and ha 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 ha. You know what I'm saying? Dancing to salsa music. You don't do dick for me.
No.
But when I see fucking a chick knocking some ass, I go, you know what?
Yeah,
that's a feather in their community. This is what they've been working for. Acceptance.
There's no mention. There's no outreach. And even let's say you don't even agree with it. Just as from a business perspective, there's tons of money.
Tons of money. It's an envelope and a half. I'd show up with something, but not a mention. And Tyrone Woodley, I got to tell you, When he first won, he made a statement that he wanted his fight, and it was like they didn't even listen to him. Like
He didn't entertain it. He wanted Diaz, he wanted GSP, he wanted anything but Wonder Boy because it's not a big draw.
So, and then, like you said, that last fight with Tyrone Woodley, who I love, powerful, lightning fast. The last fight, I think they both in the back of their head knew Conor McGregor could be in the picture and they could get a payday, and both of them played it safe.
Super safe.
Instead of going out there and swinging for the fences and making your point. You want to talk to Dana and go, this is my fight? You got to knock out 3 people in the first round. And then go, Dana.
You got to take it.
You got to take it.
You got to take it, to your point, just like you said.
Miocic.
Yeah.
Fucking went bananas. He knocked them out. Proof is in the fucking pudding.
Undeniable.
Proof is in the pudding. You want that cash fight? You want the attention you deserve? You got to come clean and then point at Dana and go, come on. Let's do this shit. Here I am, bitch, and curse at him.
Yep.
Say something. Come on, you fuck. Get him going a little bit. And that's how you get your fights. How Mickey Gall got that kid.
Sage Northcutt.
You have to. Sage. I think Sage Northcutt. He lost his last fight. Did he not?
To Mickey Gall.
Did he?
Yeah.
Right. He lost.
Mickey Gall beat him.
I think Sage is another kid that's got great potential in the future.
He has a lot of work to do. Yeah.
They all have a lot. We all have a lot of work to do.
Yeah.
But you get into a little niche and you become Conor McGregor.
The only problem with the UFC is there's not a lot of. You're not gonna, to back your point of comedy, you're not gonna be able to do a lot of open mics. You're not gonna get a lot of fights that are geared for you. Like it's survival of the fittest. Especially for a guy like Sage Northcutt or a guy like Mickey Gall now. So you've got CM Punk, which is the easiest fight he's ever going to get in his career in the UFC. And then he fought Sage Northcutt. He looked great. Well, now you're off to the dogs.
Now you're off to the
dogs.
Now you're with the big
And those
boys.
motherfuckers want to eat too. So now, there's really, it's a tough world, man.
No, and I don't.
There's no warm-ups.
And I don't look at, what's his name lost to Diaz. And he became bigger than ever.
Conor?
The first time.
Yeah.
There's no humiliation in loss. It's what you do afterward and really sell yourself. It's a selling game. Listen, I was always a funny guy, okay? I've always been a basically funny guy. It wasn't until I incorporated Facebook and the podcast and Twitter and the periscopes and just sitting down and writing, and it took years of trial and error. These fighters, it takes them years of trial and error, and they get to a certain place. Say what you want. The only fight of Conor's that I didn't like that was given to him was Dennis Siver. I was busy?
That was brutal.
I was busy that week. You know what I'm saying? You might have just fight me.
Yeah,
Dennis Siver.
Brutal.
But, bro, he beat up Holloway, who's becoming a fucking savage.
Fuck yes.
He beat up Dustin Poirier, who's becoming a fucking savage in his own.
He did Eddie Alvarez.
He's going to fight Eddie Alvarez now, right?
No, he already knocked Eddie Alvarez out.
He did?
Yeah.
Fuck, I got to
First
stop
round.
smoking pot.
Ridiculous. Oh, you didn't see that?
Who?
Conor McGregor.
Oh, no, I know that one. Now Alvarez is going to fight
Poirier. He was saying
Dustin Poirier. Yes,
now they're going to
yeah,
fight together. He fought some great guys that you can't deny, but then he lost to Diaz. Nobody gave up on him. He said the right words.
He had nothing to lose, though, because he was a bigger
lose.
guy, 70. Like, all right. He looked really good in the first round. He's never fought there. He kind of gassed out, thought he was going to knock him out, and then Diaz went to work. I think the money fight, after what I would do if I was Conor, after I fight Floyd Mayweather, whatever happens with that, and I'd take a shitload of time off, then I'd do one huge fight at 55 against Nate Diaz, then ride off in the sunset. I'm out. Ferguson, Khabib, I'm out. That's what I do.
No, there's no reason to get dirty.
You do the trilogy with Nate Diaz for the belt at 55. Nate wants that. It's the only fight Nate wants. Think how big of a pay-per-view that'd be. I'm like, I'm good, man. You want me to fight Tony Ferguson, who I love Tony as much as you do? Not a draw. You want to fight Khabib? Fuck off. For what? It does nothing for my brand. No one knows who he is walking the streets in the States. I don't give a fuck.
You're right.
That's exactly what I do.